Hello there guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome to Savotta Russia. Today we're going to continue the little series on building a house with 12 corners on the Russian Tiger here. So we've been working off camera, we've been casting this guy here, which is going to be for the uprights, for the roof construction and the second floor and stuff like that. Here we have a foundation where we are going to put our Russian oven. Yes, we are of course going to have a Russian oven in our house. We're possibly going to have some radiators and a different heating system or secondary heating system as well. Time will tell. But today we're not going to continue much around here. We're going to make a device. So I'm going to try and make a device for making the dowels, the wooden dowels, because this is going to be a timber framing construction. But before we start building this little device, I will make from, hopefully we'll make anyway, from spare parts from the SRV over there. Then I'm just gonna update you really quick, you know, the new viewers, the casual viewers, and the ones of you who have possibly forgotten what this is all about. I'm just gonna update you a little bit on what's going on. I also would like to mention that if you like the content here on the channel, please subscribe. Please check if you're subscribed. Click the bell there and all that good stuff. And if you're considering supporting the channel, there's links to that in the description as well. Anyway, here we have the foundation we made in autumn. Everything is fine, it needs a little bit of polishing up here and there, but that's basically the layout. That's north, the center plate there, and the foundation for the oven over there on the northern side. But let's take a look at the materials we're going to use over there. So in there you can see we have a lot of beams. We also have a lot of beams over there. We also have a lot of beams over there. We also have some boards which were division between the ground floor and the first floor. All this timber here is about 60 years old. It's dry, it's awesome. And there's not going to be any more shrinking and bending in this timber here. I just hope that we have enough. However, we will have to buy some additional small timber. So out of that stuff, we're going to build a big timber frame here. It's going to be pretty awesome. And in order to make this timber frame, we need some wooden dowels, right? And we most likely need a hell of a lot of them because we're going to make some braces, you know, tenon and mortise braces all the way around here and there and everywhere. And we're going to join everything up with, mostly everything anyway, with dowels, wooden dowels. It is extremely windy today, maybe even too windy to make video, I don't know. There are quite a number of different traditional methods on how you make wooden dowels, but some of them are a little bit slow, and I think I've come up with a way to make the wooden dowels pretty fast. We're gonna use some old scrapped spare parts from the Savotta Russia vehicle there. It has portal hubs and it has what looks to me to be the ideal little axle with a hole inside that we can modify a little bit. Let's take a look at it instead of I'm standing here and rambling, right? So, this is a cute little portal hub from the SRV. It has 4 of these guys here. Up here, it has this guy, which sits in here somehow, right? And that's where the wheel goes. This guy has a hole, you can see, and it's exactly 17 millimeters, and the drills I am intending to use are 16 millimeters, right? So that means they're a little bit thicker, and I think that is kind of ideal. So my idea here is that I'll cut off these 2 ears here, and then we'll try and sharpen up this guy here at an angle about, I don't know, 30-35 degrees, something like that. And then hopefully we can knock dowels out of this guy here. It's kind of an important part of the building process, right? So I want to check it out, if it works. If it works, it works. And that means that we can get on with making the upper ring on the foundation there, and I will be sleeping happily and calmly at night, because I know that this guy here will be able to make dowels fast, and a lot of them. Let's see if it works, guys. But I can tell you this May here have been extremely hot. We've been in plus 25, plus above 30 Cs, which is somewhere around 87-90 degree Fahrenheit. But we're just gonna fix this guy here in place with some simple drywall screws, I think. And I also need to make myself a working table, but we still have some, what you can call it, concrete masonry work over the foundation, the part of the work that I am the least excited about. Good enough for government work. Even this is not government work. So we're gonna take the angle grinder, cut these two ears off. Then we're gonna shift over to this wheel. We're gonna try and make it sharp and round. Alright guys, so here we are, 20 minutes or something later, and we come up with something like this, with some dog hair in it. But it's not super pretty, but we'll see if it's gonna work anyway. We're gonna run it with a chainsaw file, and a tip I usually give you guys when I'm doing something roundish with a file is that you should not try and do something round like this. I see many guys do like that. What you want to do is to do it like this. Understand? Actually, kind of a little bit of the opposite of what you would think. Not like that, but like this. Correct me if I'm wrong. Chainsaw files are normally made for sharpening stuff. So let's see if we can make it kind of sharp. And also with a file you don't want to do like this. It is the sign of a complete newbie to stand and file like this. Only forward movement. Alright guys, so we have to mount this guy here somewhere, and we have to split out some pieces of wood for driving through this hole here. And I think we're gonna try and use this guy. This is a funky guy. It's something we found when one of our metal digging expeditions, and it's actually a part of a cutter from an old horse-drawn plow, and it's very old, and very, very hand-forged. So I think I'm just gonna try and put a little bit of an edge on this guy here. We're gonna split out some wood, and we're gonna try and drive it through this guy here. Not here, because here we do not have a hole. But I think I have a setup in mind which will work. So here we have a test brace I made, because I also got some chisels and stuff for the timber framing work, of course. And this is not the best, but it was just a fast test. Anyway, here we have a wooden dowel, and I just made that with an axe. What I think we're gonna do now is to adjust the camera, and then we're gonna try and split out a piece of firewood, of birch. I don't know, yeah, metal on metal and all that good stuff, but that is what we have to work with right now. So I think I'll try and split out a piece like this. See if we can get it as close to the 17 millimeters as possible. Something like this. The good thing about splitting as always, is of course that we are following the grain. We are following the grain of the wood. Alright guys, so here we are at a bullet-ridden old burn barrel. We have a little bit of a chimney here. This is a good tough metal. This is called working with what we have, but this is just for testing purposes, of course. I made a few different sized sticks here. So basically let's just let's see if it works. Nothing more to do. Of course we're gonna have to make a better setup if it works. It works better than I thought. Yeah, splitting all the way around. That's not ideal, but it's most likely just me. Needing some practice. I think we have to cut this disc here down a little bit. Alright guys, so our first one here didn't look that great. This guy here, it looks much better. I need to cut down this guy here because it splits out in a funky way, or maybe I just cut off this piece here. Anyway, I'll continue a little bit because definitely it seems like I'm on the right path. Alright guys, so it kind of worked, and I think that with a little bit of tweaking I can get this guy here to work just perfectly. Maybe I have to cut it off here, or maybe just cut it off down here or something like that, and raise it up a little bit, and I think everything's gonna be pretty darn good. The dowels here, they are not perfect, but they are certainly not bad either. I think this was the first one. Here's a second one. Yeah, it's not perfect. And this is not perfect, but they only have to be like this long or something. So this we can fiddle with a little bit later. Next project here is gonna be to make the ring on the foundation. I don't know what it's called in English actually, but I'm sure you guys can tell me in the comment section what it's called when you have the foundation and you build like a ring on top of this foundation, and tra-la-la-la-la. Anyway guys, please check the links in the description. Please consider supporting the channel and all that good stuff. And until next time, get out and train, get it done, do something awesome. See you in the next video guys. Thank you very much for your time.